Welcome to this new Flight Simulator update movie. In this movie, we're gonna look at the latest additions to the marketplace for Flight Simulator 2020 for the PC. As you can see, in total 19 items have been added. And we start with the top one, which is from 2Pilot. They released the enhanced cockpit lights for jets. And as you can imagine, right, that simply, let's say, improves the lighting when flying in jets. So which jets are included? Well, here's the list. The Boeing 787-10, the Airbus A320neo, the 747-8 India, the CD4, as well as the Longitude. So they improved the lighting, right? So, and as you can see here, right? So on the right side, there's the default. On the left side, there's the enhanced lighting. And you can really see that this is a little bit more clear compared to this one. And I would say it is also not that expensive, right? So could be, I would say, pretty interesting, right? So on the bottom, there's some more pictures. So that's really cool, right? So you can go to it. So this is the default one. This is the new one. And here you can clearly see that they made some changes. The next one is an aircraft from Captain Sim. It's the Boeing 777-300 Echo Romeo Sierra Foxtrot Big Twin. And you can see some cool things, right? So the door can be opened. There are some covers on the engines and some, I would say, labels over here. So keep in mind that this likely has a dependency on, I would say, on an existing cockpit, and that's mostly somewhere really well hidden inside the release notes. Here it is. So it depends on the 747, right? So keep that in mind. Although those aircraft are really cool, there are some dependencies on the default aircraft from Flight Simulator 2020. So what did they do? Well, they have a highly detailed and accurate model, right? Main deck, cargo cabin with full interior and animated cargo door, as well as the optional main deck ULDs. The lower deck with animated cargo doors, as well as some cool things like 3D windows, interior, and animated pilots. The Big Twin livery is available. Then they've got multiple other things like the engine intakes, the APU intake, the APU cooling, the AFT cooling doors, the ground power supply door, and these have all been animated, right? So this is a pretty long list, as you can see. That makes it really interesting. Then scrolling down the list, we will find the cockpit and the cabin as well. As already mentioned, right, the default 747 is, would say, mandatory to have. So they add some new stuff, functionality simulated for the aircraft, the EFB signature animations control page, and some of the cool things. And this is how it looks like from the inside, right? So you can see some, I would say, nice details over here. This is the outside. This is the Big Twin livery, as you can already see. And this is an aircraft carrier. I was always saying this is a cargo aircraft, right? Which is used to do the cargo. This is also pretty nice, right? The default, I would say, aircrafts don't have it, but this looks like that they have added the electronic flight back. I would say directly in the aircraft, which allows you to, I would say, do a lot of things, right? So for this is the external animation controls where you can enable or disable the animation of the external uh, parts of the aircraft. Here you can see, say a lot of detail over here on the exterior. So pretty nice. The next one is from Sim Federation. It's the Bombardier Challenger 350. Again, it's highly detailed, VR ready, and 5 mission activities. So they released the aircraft, right, which was say created by Bombardier Aerospace. It's a twin engine aircraft, released already a few years ago. And here you can see some of the screenshots of the aircraft. They also, again, say it looks really cool. Unfortunately, there's not too much details about it in the description. For example, which systems are being animated. But again, this looks really cool. So this looks a little bit, would say, less realistic, but it looks a little bit too clean if you ask me. But maybe I'm wrong about that. Then the next one, if you love flying drones, then there's the drone FPV Racer from Pilot Experience Sim. So they released the a drone which you can use to fly in Flight Simulator, right? So if you love flying drones and you don't want to go outside because it's too cold or too rainy, or too windy, of course, could also be. Then you can use this one in Flight Simulator itself. Then again from Sim Federation is the Embraer Phenom 300 Echo V2. So it's the V2, right? So if you have a V1, then you can update for free to the V2. It's a highly detailed model with full cabin and working exit doors, VR ready. And with the new in the V2 is the upgraded textures and avionics. They improve the flight dynamics as well as 5 mission activities. So that's really cool. And here you can see the interior of the aircraft, right? So also again, a lot of details, which is really, really cool, including the, I would say, the seats, right, for the passengers. Then RK Bridger. And let's say this developer is known for the bridges, right? So in this case, the England Wales coastal bridges. So in total, there are 41 model bridges, one harbor gate, and 3 lighthouses. What they do is they do a lot of nice things, and they will simply replace the existing bridges, which are not always the best quality, right? So here you can see the things which they have added, and you can see the list is pretty long, right? From Connecticut to New York to some lighthouses, and here you can see some of the screenshots. So this is just one of the bridges. Another one. This one was cool, right? Because this is the default, and let's say this is how they manipulated it or updated it. So also some screens before and after. So again, pretty cool. Then scrolling down the list, we will find the J10 from Machinery. And this developer is known for its, I would say, jet fighters because they release a jet fighter, I would say, almost every week. It's a highly detailed, so for 3D cockpit animated 90%, 4K, 8K, high definition PBR, frame rate friendly. And then we scroll down the list, we will find the images. And these images, if you ask me, they're always looking too clean, but that might just be me. Then we've got Nova Wing 24. They released the Junkers 52 airliner livery pack number 4, which will give you liveries for the Junkers Junkers GU 52. Keep in mind that this aircraft is a paid add-on, right? So you need to say pay for it. And once you have it, then you can pay these additional, I would say, or you can buy these additional livery packs to get some more liveries. And here you can see the result, right? So again, nice one. Uh, Also love flying this aircraft, to be honest. Then also we've got the military livery pack number 1. And as the name already says, this will include the military liveries, including the Swedish Air Force, Colombian Air Force, the French Air Force. And here you can see some of the pictures. This is likely the Colombian Air Force, French ones, US. So also pretty cool. Down the list, we find Redwing. They're also pretty busy, in this case with Iowa City Airport and then 9035. So they bring back the airport to 9035 style. It's known for its ICAO code Kilo India Oscar Whiskey. And what they simply do is replace everything with really old things, even the persons right on the pictures or on the airport, or I would say being brought back in history. And if you love flying in old, I would say in the old time or in the history, then this is definitely one which you might want to have a look at. Then Salvo Corporation, they released Trapini Airport, Lima, India, Charlie Tango. Uh, that's in Italy. So also a lot of things, right? So what is included? The up-to-date runway, taxiway apron and stand layouts, custom and accurate taxiway signage, accurate terrain elevation and runway profiles, as well as realistic dynamic lighting. And here you can see some of the screenshots taken from an aircraft. It's probably I would say, the entrance and some other cool things, including the fire trucks, as you just saw, including some military aircraft, which are likely static aircraft. So already warned you about this one. Then Dream Scenery, they went to Maui Island and they updated the lighting over there. They're known for those lighting updates, right? Or for those night enhancements, as they call them, which will simply add some more lights and more detail when flying over these parts in Flight Simulator during the night. Then Nova Wing, number 24, they released the P50B AVG livery collection. As you can see, there is a dependency, and in this case, it's on the P40B Tomahawk, which you need to have. And then you will simply have, I would say, a lot of new liveries, which you can use when you have this aircraft, right? So don't forget, you need to buy the aircraft first, and then you can buy this nice livery pack. Then South O Corporation released the Real Effects Plus for the A310. I think they released multiple Real Effects packages. I'm not sure if it was this one or it was another developer. I think it was pretty sure it was this one. They also released packages for other aircraft, and now the A310 is getting an update where they will simply add some more detail, right? So some more detail, some more effects, so which you can, I would say, apply when flying during, say, not during the night, well, also during the night, as you can see, but when flying this aircraft in Flight Simulator 2020. Then Dream Scenery has released the rescue of the lunar module Orion. So they released a mission pack. And this is likely, I would say, born out of the idea that Flight Simulator 2024 will also contain some missions, right? Based on what we know now. And I would say in this case, Dream Scenery has taken the approach as thought, okay, hey, let's release one earlier. So you need to depart from the west coast from the US and then try to find that lunar module before it sinks, right? So that's pretty cool. If you love, say, flying and searching, then you can use this one. Then Fly Too High has released the Rafael Airport Sierra Kilo Charlie Golf. It's an airport in Colombia. So it's serving the Caribbean port city of Cartagena. I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly. So this included, right? So simulation of the nearest Cartagena airport, handmade ground textures, accurate modeled and positioned dynamic airport lighting, highly detailed models of all aircraft buildings, including the objects and surroundings, as well as protecting the frames per second, which is always really important. You can see that they also added the interior of the terminal building, right? You can see passengers standing over there, which is cool. Then CM Flight released the Mae Sarang Airport Victor Tango Charlie Sierra. And with that, they replaced the, I would say, traditional aircraft. So keep in mind that the activities where they filmed the film Air America from Mel Gibson, right? So yes, I would say even I would say a scene in the movie. That's cool. It's the oldest last classic 8C tower of Thailand's Department of Airports, as well as the textured runway and apron. Then the next one is Hulualu, not sure if I pronounced it correctly, Airport Whiskey Alpha Whiskey Whiskey. It's in Indonesia, right? So Salvo Corporation created this one. Uh, Frame rate friendly again, updated FCAT, PBR textures, multi-layer apron texture, near accurate building models. And here you can see, I would say, how it looks like, right? So pretty cool. Again, let's say, pretty nice scenery, as you can see. So cool stuff. Then the last one, it's an airport night enhancement. In this case, for Singapore Changi Airport, Whiskey Sierra by Dream Scenery, and it will simply update the lightning, right? Well, simply it will update the lightning or night enhancements. So a lot of cool stuff over here. So if you love flying in the night, then this might be a package which you want to buy. So a small list of updates or new features being released. In total, 19 items, as you can see, including some new aircrafts, including some updated bridges, livery packs. Uh, so have fun selecting yours and let me know by leaving a comment in the comment box below this video which one you bought or which one you consider buying. Here ends this video where we looked at the new stuff which has been added to the marketplace in Flight Simulator 2020 for the PC version. Hope you liked it. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the like button. It's really important because it will ensure that more videos are, I would say, higher ranked, right? So that's good because then more people can enjoy these videos. Uh, if you want to stay up to date about new videos, then make sure, of course, that you subscribe to my channel. And if I, what should I say for last, right? I probably would say enjoy flying Flight Simulator and see you next time. Thanks for watching this movie and see you next time.